Salutations. I'm back. I'm here. It's been a week officially since I started living in my car. And honestly, it's been just good. I have no words. I really don't have any words. Like, for some people that seems like a worst case scenario, but for me, it's obviously the best case because it made me disconnect from everybody else. It made me look at everything completely different. Have you ever noticed that people have a weird way of walking? And then, like, all the older people have really bad walking issues. Like, some of them walk like they have a peg leg. Others walk like as if their stomach's about to fall out. What I mean by it is people typically have a fast pace of living, right? We all know this is a rat race at the end of the day. Most people are trying to get as rich as possible. They're doing whatever scheme they want to. Like, I was talking to my boy the other day about how he said, like, oh, that used to be a, like, coffee shop or whatnot. And I was saying, yeah, because, well, that's what most people do now, and that's what most people did in, like, the 2010s. They would literally open up whatever was trendy and then leave it at that. Do you remember how many frozen yogurt places and how many burger places there used to be? Just how many of them are still around? Some of them have become, like, corporate, like, entities, but a lot of them have died. It's because everybody's just following shit, man. They're not thinking about what they want to do, which is going back to how I feel about my dream. I really think my dream is pretty sound in the grand scheme of things, because a lot of people assume that with dreams, it's supposed to, if it doesn't happen in, like, the first 3 to 5 years, then it's useless. That's a waste of time. No, it's not. I mean, think about it. You literally work at a job for over 10 years before you become a supervisor. You literally focus on your child for 18 years and then it becomes an adult. And sometimes it'll become a successful adult, depending on what route he's taking, whether it be fast or slow. Sometimes if it's slow, it'll take 30. Other times if it's fast, it'll be like 18. Your dream is the same thing that other people are doing that they think is worth it. But because of the fact that it doesn't give you, like, high yield returns early on, they think it's useless. A job gives you money at the end of the week, or end of every 2 weeks or a month, depending on how you're paid. Sometimes every day, sometimes every other month. What I'm saying is, you need to stop thinking about things as if it is a particular notion and instead accept it for how it is. Everything has a time. Everything takes time. Everything takes time. Nothing you do does not take time. You think for my gacha players out there, you think playing Nikkei or Grand Blue or whatever the fuck you play, Zenless Zone Zero, Brown Dust Online, it doesn't matter. I'm sounding like I'm complete another freakazoid. It doesn't matter what game you play. You're still going to take time. It really doesn't matter how much time you take. It only matters if that time was spent mastering. Everybody takes their time. And the funniest thing too is even the people who waste their time tell you that time is the most important thing. Why is that? Because it is the ultimate currency. Right next to your attention. Right next to your energy. Time is literally, everything is within time. Everybody has the same 24 hours, they say. I think and do not think so, because the perception of time also plays a huge role. But evidently speaking, if you want to be a master at something, you have to take a certain amount of time. You can work a job that'll make you comfortable, that'll give you a nice house, that'll give you food, it'll give you the basic bare necessities. Or you can have your dream. Something that you are so emotionally tethered to the point that you can't even sleep at night. To the point where you will make amends for whatever bad stuff happens because you know the good is at the end of the road. The one where you just sit in silence and just think about every single thing as if it is a part of the process. Thankful, grateful. All you do is just, you radiate a sort of promise, a sort of certainty that most people don't have. That is your dream. You want it. You need it. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Half the people who do this, they do not know that it is the same regardless of what path you take. They all think it's different paths at the end of the day. Nothing is different. Everything is the same. You gotta just let that shit go. There's nothing different about what you're doing. Everybody on this earth has done it at some way, shape, or form once. And if not alive, then dead. And if not dead, going to be. You won't be the first, but you definitely want to stake your claim as not being the last. And everybody at the end of the day wants to be remembered. Fuck what everybody else says about how they don't care. If you didn't want to be remembered, you would die. You would just kill yourself, wouldn't you? It is an oxymoron to say that you don't care what happens and legacies don't matter. Legacies do matter. Everybody wants to be remembered. In fact, let me give you a little something. Why the hell do you think we shed hair or dead skin or even nails? We're genetically programmed to leave something behind. Regardless of what or where you do it, you're always going to leave something behind. So leave behind something that matters to you. Don't leave something behind that doesn't matter to anybody but yourself. Because everybody will find out that it matters to them. Some of the greatest, you think a trendsetter is setting trends for other people? No. And even if they are, they'll find out that most people don't even care to begin with. Just know, whatever you want to do is you and you only. You're going to be alone. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be sad. Sometimes you're going to be wondering if this is all over. But you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter how you do it. You have to keep going, dude. Every single fucking day. You got to keep going. You got to keep trying. I don't care who you are. Just keep trying. If it doesn't work, see to it that it does. Because everybody thinks that if it's wrong, it's wrong. No, there are answers that were right that are wrong now. You look at science. Look at history. Look at people. You were jealous of that one guy for dating that baddie. 5 years later, she tore up and they're divorced. That was the right answer at one point. Now what? Now what? You see what I'm talking about? You saw that one guy, he had the nice car, he had the good job, and guess what? Everybody getting laid off. Everybody's getting laid off. Even the people who swore they had job security are getting laid off. It doesn't matter. Do what you think is right. Don't do what is right. Do what you think is right. Because it'll be right. They just don't know.